Alright, welcome back to the channel, and today we will be doing a quick update on the infamous Chipotle Karen. Now, this lady decided to order food at Chipotle, and when the food didn't come out the way she wanted to, she decided to throw a little tantrum, but she ended up crossing the line. I will play the video in case some of you haven't seen the video, and then discuss what happened next. But before we continue, don't forget to like and subscribe, but check out the video and let me know what you think. So after taking a look at the video, you can also see she got into it with a senior citizen as well. This is very trashy behavior since her encounter with the worker and the older woman highlights the type of character she has. But after this going viral, she also caught the attention of different news outlets. But let's take a look.
Well, an angry customer who threw a burrito bowl at a Chipotle worker in Ohio received quite a unique sentence today after pleading guilty to assault. Rosemary Hain told the judge she responded the way she did because the food was disgusting and not what she wanted. The judge sentenced her to 180 days in jail, but suspended 90 of them. Here's why. He also gave her the option to get 60 days of jail credit. The judge told Hain that she would have to work 20 hours a week at a fast food restaurant for 2 months.
Do you want to walk in her shoes for 2 months and learn how people should treat people, or do you want to do your jail time?
I'd like to walk in her shoes.
Why should the city taxpayers pay for her and feed her for 90 days in jail if I can teach her a sense of empathy?
Let me know if you think that crime fits the punishment. Now, the judge also said this is not Real Housewives of Parma. This behavior is unacceptable according to the New York Post, which I found pretty funny. But let's take a look at what else she told the judge to justify her actions.
She has been sentenced to an unusual punishment for that assault.
The victim told a judge that she was traumatized by the incident, and the judge in turn said he was appalled by the actions of one Rosemary Hain. Hain was initially sentenced to 180 days in jail with 90 days suspended, but the judge ordered her a chance to reduce her sentence. She'd get a lot less time in jail if she worked for 60 days at a fast food restaurant.
You didn't get your burrito bowl the way you like, and this is how you respond? You went in there looking for a fight.
I did not, Your Honor. I did not. If I show you how my food looked and how my food looked a week later from that same restaurant, it was disgusting looking. And all I wanted
I
was
would be disgusted by that food.
My daughter was.
I'll bet you're not going to be happy with the food you're about to get in jail. Do you want to walk in her shoes for 2 months and learn how people should treat people, or do you want to do your jail time?
I'd like to walk in her shoes.
Prior to her sentencing, Hain did tell the victim she was sorry. We do know that she has had interviews, but it's unclear if she had landed a fast food job just yet. Let's bring in Chief Legal Analyst here for Queen City News, Khalif Rose.
All right, so that judge pretty blunt there and honest in that. Have you ever seen anything like this?
Oh, definitely. When I was the chief magistrate, I had a district court judge's docket, and so you would try to get creative when you have an opportunity to give someone an opportunity to do something other than what the punishment requires, community service. I would say you got an opportunity to learn a lesson here, to go to Habitat for Humanity, help them do something, go to the restore, stock shelves, whatever you can do to try to get them to be an active person in society. Let's start there. But the punishment, it just depends on what type of person you are regarding the criminal justice system. You have restorative justice or you have punitive. Some judges don't really care about that. They just want to make sure you do your time and the time is over with. And some folks want to have an opportunity to restore you. You can clearly see this person had an issue that day outside of the food. She was almost double that young lady's age and threw food right in her face. I come from a food family. We've owned restaurants. I've worked in fast food my whole life. That right there is extremely over the line. And we are getting to that point as a society where folks are blurring the lines of what is respectable. And she, even in court right there, that's one thing I would say. You asked the question, is this normal? Normally, a judge would have said, it seems like you don't have much remorse. Because she still was combative even in court right there. And so even if I would have came into the courtroom that day expecting to give her a lower, better, some other top opportunity, if I would have noticed that not lack of empathy, that lack of understanding, I would have for sure addressed it and probably just allowed her to go.
So I honestly agree with this guy, because her still trying to justify her reasons for her actions in court shows that she hasn't learned a thing from this. And the 2 months at a fast food restaurant is a slap on the wrist, meaning she will continue this behavior down the road. The lady who got hit with that Chipotle bowl was not just hit with the food, but also publicly embarrassed in front of her coworkers and other customers. And on top of that, the video went viral for millions to see. But let's continue.
Her 90 days, because remember, she was sentenced to 180 days, and he cut that in half to 90 days. And then there's allowing her to cut that in half by doing, well, more than half by 60 days.
If you're that person's client, is this pretty good for her? Because also it helps alleviate the possible overburdening the system as well.
Oh, I mean, it's good for her because it gives her an opportunity to not go to jail. And the judge said, it sounded like he said it a little low, but he's like, you can go see what jail food tastes like. He did say that. He said, you can see what jail food tastes like if you're concerned about what your Chipotle food tastes like. And then she kind of hesitated. She paused. But I do think it's an opportunity. And the judge said that. He says, I listened to an interview from him. He said, I want to give her an opportunity to have empathy and know what it feels like to walk in that person's shoes. Do I think she will get that portion in 60 days? No, you can't, because you can really never appreciate what someone does. That young lady's now no longer even working for Chipotle. Something traumatic like that. I mean, that food was thrown right in her face. She's no longer there anymore. So not just empathy, you still need to be able to have a walk the rest of this world and recognize there are people out there that have lives, that have jobs, that have children at home that don't want to have food thrown in their face.
Yeah, that don't deserve to be attacked on the job. So if you're a manager of wherever she lands a job, how do you really manage that while keeping people safe and teaching that lesson in empathy?
Gracefully. Typically, if I would have someone go do community service, I'd give them a sheet and a log, and I would have them fill out the sheet and their manager fill out the sheet, and I would want feedback. I'd want them to tell me, well, how were they? What were they doing? And then they'd have a check back. They'd have a follow-up at the end of their duration and say, well, explain to me what you did. If they come back in there and like, well, you know what, I just did the 60 days, I'd say, okay, well, maybe we'd have to readdress that sentence at another time.
All right, Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rose here with the Burrito Bowl fiasco here today.
All right, that's about it for today. But let me know if you think her punishment was fair or was it too light of a sentence. I share my opinion on this, but I would love to hear yours. I'm working on another video dropping tomorrow of a crazy Karen on a plane. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Make sure to like and subscribe and share the video with your friends. And we out.